Did you know that Ukraine is one of the biggest media events in history? It's right up there with COVID. And I want to know, because of this, does this affect how people actually feel about Ukraine and the opinions that they have? For example, do you know who Ukraine's prime minister is? It's not this man. That's Zelensky, their president. Did you even know they had a prime minister? What about when Ukraine got their independence? Do you know when that was? And this is the thing, for such simple questions, a lot of people don't even know the answers for them. Well, it was 1991 when the Soviet Union collapsed. But you might be thinking, well, I don't really need to know the history of Ukraine to care about Ukraine. But if you did, then maybe your opinions would be slightly different. For example, when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, there was an agreement signed with the US president saying that no military would move eastward towards Russia. In 1994, this man, Bill Clinton, screwed that up and said, nah, we're advancing. And then ever since, the West has been moving closer and closer to Russian borders. And they're retaliating. What do you expect? We wouldn't have it if Russian missile launchers were put into France and Ireland, would we? But despite not knowing anything, people are still so confident in their opinions. Could it just be because the media is telling them what to think? This war has cost millions of lives on both sides. And people still cheering it on should ask themselves, why? What's it really being fought for? Because on the west side of things, it looks like it's just for resources and wealth. And for Russia, well, they just want neutral governments around them so they don't have to have the NATO's missile systems right on their doorstep. This isn't even about defending democracy. Even Britain's own government insiders are saying that, for a long time they felt that this has been a complete waste of time and money. The UK has pledged 12.8 billion in support of Ukraine since February 2022, with 7.8 billion allocated in military assistance. Meanwhile, our own NHS is crumbling. People can't afford rent and food banks are overflowing. And what for? Because Britain insists a total Ukrainian victory when it was never a real possibility. We've poured billions into a war with no serious diplomatic effort to end it. And the crazy thing is, even though they've weakened Russia's economy with sanctions and making them spend so much on this war, along with losing so many soldiers' lives and going through so much weapons, the Prime Minister is still trying to tell everyone that they're a massive threat to us. Keir Starmer wants to raise defence spending to 2.5% of GDP by 2027, which translates into an increase of approximately about 6 billion in real terms. Where's that money coming from? Oh, easy. He's slashing international aid budget from 0.5% to 0.3% of gross national income to pay for it. An amazing idea, right? Spend billions fueling a war, and when the money runs out, cut aid to pump more into the military to deal with the threat that we've helped create. It's just genius. Meanwhile, people in Britain are just struggling more than ever. Don't worry, at least the defence budget is safe. Priorities, huh?